Have you ever felt like you're just stuck? Waiting for some big life-altering moment that just never seems to show up? Well, today, we're going to break that cycle. We're taking 20 really powerful science-backed micro habits and turning them into a simple daily routine you can actually use, one that can quietly but completely reshape your life. This quote right here is the whole foundation for what we're talking about today. It's so easy to get caught up chasing some huge breakthrough, but those moments are rare, and honestly, they fade. The real, lasting change? It's much quieter than that. It's built in those tiny, almost invisible choices we make day in and day out. So, that's the big question, isn't it? If we're not waiting for some lightning bolt of motivation to strike, then what are we supposed to do? Well, it's about building a system, a daily structure made up of these small, totally manageable actions. And that is exactly what we're going to build together, right now. All right, so here's our game plan. We've organized these habits into a simple flow. First, we'll focus on crafting your morning momentum. Then we'll get into resetting your day. After that, the evening wind down. And to wrap it all up, we're going to cover the two most important habits that really hold this whole thing together. Okay, it all starts right here, in those first few minutes after you wake up. The goal isn't to suddenly become some hyper-productive machine. Nope, it's just about setting a positive tone and racking up a few small wins before the chaos of the day really kicks in. Now, what's so cool about this is the psychology behind it. Making your bed, it's not really about having a clean room. It's about sending a message to your brain. I start things and I finish them. That tiny win creates momentum. Then water, because let's be real, after hours of sleep, your body's dehydrated, and that's why you feel foggy. And finally, that 5 minutes of sunlight literally resets your body's internal clock, which improves your mood and helps you sleep better later. All right, let's keep building on that. Delaying your phone, even for just 10 minutes, is absolutely crucial. See, it protects your mental space by stopping your brain from getting flooded with everyone else's emergencies and priorities first thing. And then, eating protein first, that stabilizes your blood sugar. When your blood sugar is stable, your energy and your mood are stable. It's not a diet thing, it's a mental stability thing for the rest of the day. Okay, so you've won the morning. Awesome. But what happens when that 2 p.m. slump hits, right? This next set of habits is your toolkit. It's designed to help you fight off stress, get your focus back, and just feel in control through the afternoon. These look so simple, I know, but they are powerful little reset buttons. That 1-minute walk, it boosts blood flow to your brain, which actually helps you think more creatively. Those 3 deep breaths, that activates the calm part of your nervous system, giving you that critical pause before you react to something. And just standing up for a minute, it resets your circulation and wakes up your brain. This brings us to a really fascinating one. Just naming your emotion. When you feel that wave of stress and you just say to yourself, okay, I am feeling anxious, something incredible happens. The emotional part of your brain actually starts to calm down. You're not ignoring the feeling, you're regulating it. And that right there is the core of emotional intelligence. Okay, this next one might sound kind of ridiculous. Read 1 page. That's it. It feels so small, almost insignificant. But the magic here isn't in that one single action. It's in the consistency. I mean, what could 1 little page a day possibly add up to? This. It adds up to this. 1 page a day turns into 12 to 15 books a year. You're slowly strengthening your ability to focus, you're sharpening your thinking, and you're expanding your mind, all from a commitment that takes less than 2 minutes. This is the compounding magic of micro habits in action. So the whole point of this next habit, setting one direction, is all about clarity. So much of our energy gets drained chasing things that feel urgent, which just leads to confusion and feeling overwhelmed. Instead, the trick is to ask, what is the one thing that's truly important today? Identifying that gives your brain a compass. And trust me, clarity always beats motivation. How you end your day is just as critical as how you started. This final block of habits is all about processing what happened, dialing down the stress, and setting yourself up for a great night's sleep and an easier morning tomorrow. Writing just 1 sentence about your day helps you build self-awareness. It's amazing. When you start to see your own patterns, you can actually change them. Cleaning one small area, like your desk or the kitchen counter, creates the sense of external order that has a huge calming effect on your mind. And preparing your clothes for tomorrow, that eliminates a decision, fighting off that decision fatigue before it can even start. These last 2 are all about reconnecting with yourself. Eating without screens lets you actually taste your food and pay attention to your body's hunger cues. It's a powerful way to practice being present. And stretching? It isn't just about flexibility. Our bodies literally store stress in our muscles. A few simple stretches can help release all that stored up tension, letting your body and mind truly relax. Okay, so we've gone through the whole daily routine, but the source material ends with two final habits that are, well, they're different. They're not just things on a checklist, they're a mindset. This is the philosophical glue that makes all the other habits actually stick. Self-trust isn't built in some grand, heroic moment. It's built by keeping your word to yourself in the smallest of things. When you say you're going to drink that glass of water and then you do it, something shifts inside you. You start to see yourself as someone who follows through. And every single time you keep a tiny promise, you reinforce the belief, I do what I say I will do. And that belief, my friends, is the bedrock of real confidence. And that brings us to the final and maybe the most crucial habit of them all. Every single day, do one thing that feels just a little bit uncomfortable. Not something huge, just something that has a little bit of resistance to it. Maybe it's making a phone call you've been putting off, or just starting that task you've been dreading. That feeling of discomfort, that is the feeling of growth. And facing it daily builds courage, which makes everything else feel easier. Because in the end, your life isn't changed by one massive breakthrough. It's changed by small, daily acts of courage, repeated over and over when nobody's watching. So the question I want to leave you with is this. What small discomfort will you choose to face